Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing? Hello, Lilith in chat. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be playing some more Merlin. So I wanted to kind of test a theory, and I think this theory is like kind of bad. But I wanted to see how well we could do just running New Horizons, kind of in place of Crown of Dominion. So this is like a theory I've kind of like had for a while, but I think that you're gonna like kind of miss Crown of Dominion in certain matchups. Like specifically the matchups where you kind of just like need to beat face super hard, which I think there are like a couple notable matchups in the top, like kind of like Acilio. I think Marionette also kind of might count as one of those matchups. Haha, Gold Hat Gober. True. But I feel like there are a couple matchups where you're probably going to end up wanting to run Crown of Dominion. Especially in like faster matchups, I think like New Horizons is still kind of like a little bit of a risky proposition in terms of like actually being able to kind of enable it. So it's still like a little bit up in the air. I actually had this like idea to put like hooks in the sideboard to like have an extra blues to like enable like New Horizons or something. I don't know. I think that's like kind of troll, but I like the art on the card, so it's kind of spicy. But anyways, we're gonna be kind of playing like a pretty similar list to last time. I did actually find room to put the quick dodge flexors back in. So we have the quick dodge trench combo back, which I think is gonna be pretty good once Victor leaves. So probably in time for the PT. But yeah, overall the deck's looking like fairly similar. I think I also did like a little bit of a blue adjustment here. Like I swapped out some of the throw cautions for like 2 tips in the sideboard and then main deck shifting tides. Kind of want to try that again because I've been like on and off shifting tides, and I think it's like worth maybe playing around with. Gravy can't hurt you. True, true, true. Gravy can't hurt me. That's what I choose to believe. Which is maybe why we should cut the pilfers. But we have like some extra sideboard slots to play around with, so I'm not too worried. I feel like for the Vegas meta, what I'm kind of expecting is a lot more Gravy and also like aggro decks to beat Gravy is like kind of how I envision it. But we'll kind of have to see how the meta shakes up. I think Victor leaving is definitely keeping like a lot of the aggressive strategies down. So maybe once Victor leaves, some of the aggro decks will get a little bit better. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab some games. So yeah, we're still kind of just like tweaking around with Marlon a little bit. Let's go. Oh, thank you, Captain Mello. Welcome in. Also, I'm like a little bit taller today. Hold on. I might need to like adjust the chat. All right, we got some Asilios. Okay. Good luck, have fun. What do we want in this matchup? I think we still want to go first because we assume Arcane Asilio. So we can do this. Let's go ahead and hedge for the Arcane Asilio, which I think this setup's a little bit better into. We obviously do lose a couple of percentage points to the other Asilio. I'm kind of actually debating whether or not we want to actually like include some number of King Sharks. I think I've been kind of toying around with the idea of running like both Kraken and Shark in this matchup. I think if you know they're Arcane Asilio, then it's a little bit worse, but all right, so it looks like we're probably on Arcane Asilio. So you're already in the King Sharks, which is like a little awkward, but it should be fine. All right, let's go ahead and just set up our gold, and then I think I just want to Arsenal this pre-med, probably. See if they want to do anything. I'm interested in to see how Marlon plays into Asilio now. I think this matchup's like still pretty okay. I think the Arcane Asilio is like fairly 50-50. Kind of depends. All right, Flare, sure. Into the Flash. Do I care about the Flash? I don't think I do. Oh, I think they might have like accidentally Metacarpus there. I think if they're just sending like Echo Flash at me, I don't really mind this. So we'll take this damage. Could obviously be leaking like a bit of damage if they do end up falling with like a flare or something that I do actually want to block out. Okay, Turn to Mindfire is vanilla damage, that's fine. Ostensibly vanilla damage, especially when they have already a card in hand, so the Ponder doesn't do too much. Okay, never mind, the Ponder's doing a lot. JK. Okay, so opponent's gonna have a 6-card hand, so let's hopefully try to stop that. I think what we're gonna do here is probably try to just trophy shot this. Not now though, let's make it gold first. Let's try to send this arrow as big as possible here. Should basically always have the ability to do something here, even if we draw like random red off the top. Oh, that's a good red though. That is a good red. So now the question is, do I want to reload this red lore? I think the answer is no. Because I think we're just going to rip this 3-oak now. Yeah, this is a pretty good draw. Not too shabby. So many aggro decks, not looking forward to it. I'm interested to see how Marlon plays it. Oh, sorry. I already wrote that comment. Yeah, I think this matchup's like kind of fine. That's my take on it. We could potentially actually end up playing this red lore harpoon at some point this game, but I think I want to prioritize sending the red fit here. I think we just like IP with catch. That's my idea. Red lore not amazing, especially now that we're kind of cutting the tip the Barkeep's in the main plan. Maybe we actually do want like 2 tips main deck. And oh, it's kind of funny. I just realized that we have 3 shifting tides in our pitch. Hilarious. Okay. Well, we're still sending in for 15 here, which is not bad. Kind of a funny hand. Also, wait, did they not Arsenal off the Ponder, or did I miss it? Maybe I missed it. No, I don't think they did Arsenal. I guess we're about to find out what it was. Maybe like random block card or something. What's the block card that like makes a Ponder or something, like prevent 2? I forget what that card is called. I think we're about to see it here in a second though, I imagine. I don't know if I can play into a room with all those aggro decks. Yeah, I think my question is like how much do the mental block, that's the card I was thinking of. I wonder how much the aggro decks are actually gonna like keep down Gravy though, because like Gravy's still like kind of a strong deck in a vacuum a little bit. Oh, blue meteoric. Okay, sure. They did kind of have to like dump their whole hand here, so I'm not actually that upset by this. All right, balance, sure. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I like completely blanked on what the card name was. Okay, not a bad hand. So they are still like spell Acilio, which is like a little bit weird. This matchup's still like a little bit challenging sometimes. Question is there anything juicy that we could play at their advantage? We could play like a turn to Mindfire at them, but I think that's like probably not actually that good. Yeah, we can go ahead and AB a little bit here, I think. So I think I'm like, I guess the downside of A being there is that we do now have to like pitch to play Catch of the Day, which is like a little bit worse. I think we're still okay doing that though. Just draw good. Okay, we do another shallow. Do we call it quits now? Unfortunately, Trench cannot turn our red lore. Or we can't get a resource from our red lore is like the awkward thing here. Maybe I actually wasn't supposed to AV1 there. Might have been a minor punt. That's okay though. I think we'll just accept the -2 for now. Seems okay. I am not one of those. Fair enough. I don't know. I think that Gravy is like not as bad as he seems into like a room that's a little bit more aggressive. Like historically, I feel like he's done fairly okay into like more aggressive metas. Like I feel like there's tech you can kind of have. But yeah, I expect the meta to get like a lot more aggressive once Victor leaves. I don't know. All right, coming in for 5 over. I wish there was like some way we could have like floated resources this turn. Unfortunately, like because we had the yellow in our hand, we weren't able to like pitch to quiver, like float extra. Because we would have to like discard a card to Codex there as the awkward card. Okay, Flashbolt, sure. Take a little bit of damage here, but not a big deal. We are getting a little bit low, but we do have the tempo, which I think is important. Okay, Voltic Veil, also not bad. So covering 7, taking 1. Sure. All right, Sigil Brilliance, also a pretty good one. Okay, could be worse. The nice part is we do actually get to arsenal the sunken treasure here just because we are running Trench, which is the nice part here. All right, let's go ahead and Trench it away. I think we do actually want to load here. Just load in this King Kraken. Can we trophy shot here? We have 2 floating after playing the trophy. I think it's not possible, right? So I think we just want to save this trophy shot for next turn, ideally. So they are running Voltic Veil, but in general, I think that Acilio is like fairly safe to hook into, and if they do break the hook, I'm not like that upset about it. I think I'd rather just like be risking the hook every turn just to like hope it connects than trying to like play passively and get value out of it over the course of the game. Okay, we have Strike Twice, Comet Collision, Meteoric Impact. So they do also have a Sigil Brilliance they can play out, which is awkward. So I think that means we take a Strike Twice because they can, if they play out the Sigil Brilliance, they draw a card, then they can always go like, if they draw a blue, then they like absolutely ruin us, but if they draw a red, then I guess they can't like double Strike Twice. So the options here are Meteoric or one of the 2 strike. I think it's the Strike Twice. Wow, Flesh and Bad, why does your mom let you have 2 Arsenal zones? All the cool kids have 2 Arsenal zones. I don't know what you're talking about. All the kids are doing it. 2 Arsenals. Crazy. Crazy technology. How am I feeling about Mastery Pack Warrior? I try not to think about Mastery Pack Warrior. I'm trying to maintain my mental health. Sad puffin noises. True. But yeah, I think Mastery Pack Warrior. So it kind of depends like what the end product ends up being. But if it like pushes a lot of warriors to the front of the meta, that's obviously like pretty bad for us.
It won't.
Tegan says it won't, which is very funny. Which is like maybe true, honestly. Right, let's go ahead and take a bit more damage. They only have the one strike twice, so I imagine we're only getting pinged for one here. Okay, sure. So they have random card nurse that we don't know about here. Should be fine. Hopefully we'll be able to blow up here. We are getting like a little bit close to the danger zone just because they do have striders, but yeah, I feel like more people will definitely be playing warrior. Whether or not that's a bad thing for us is anyone's guess.
Is this about dark enough, you think?
Oh yeah, that's perfect. You just leave it for like another 2 minutes maybe.
Sure.
Sorry, Tegan's making me some tea. Okay, so you can either send the Red Lore or King Shark. Is there any reason to send Red Lore? I don't think so.
No. To answer that question.
Yeah, the Olympia players have definitely been pretty excited about Mastery Pack Warrior. Okay, I don't think we die here, so I guess we don't have boots up. It's like the awkward part here. Let me remember to actually turn my boots on. Oh, we do have Enchanted Quiver for 2. Whoa, value. Holy crap. The vision, hold on, the LSS design vision is actually coming together here. Have y'all ever, I've never actually seen this prevent 2. That's crazy. Yeah, Fang's in a good spot right now. Kasai's gonna get some juice, and Olympia will probably be very strong. Olympia playing wagers you can't win. Well, you just win by not blocking. Isn't that how you win? Oh, they're running Suture. Okay, interesting. Huh. Weird Celia list, but sure. I mean, we're still attacking in for 1 million here. Alright, Meteoric, Sigil, Brilliance. So they play out Sigil and then Burn Bear. Okay, sure. Seems fine. I agree 1000%. They seem to have learned their lesson from Mastery Pack Guardian. We got 1 card. Yeah. I'm like a little concerned about what Marlin looks like into Mastery Pack Warrior. Just because like Overpower is like an inherently bad keyword into decks that are running a lot of reactions, but maybe some of the Mastery Pack Warrior cards will actually be like attack actions. Could be interesting, but I imagine not. Kind of have to wait and see. But like the Mastery Pack Warrior like could just end up being like kind of similar product to Mastery Pack Guardian in the sense that it kind of felt like it was like a Valda Armory deck. If it ends up being like Armory deck Valda, kind of like before, it might not actually be all that impactful. Do we want to load here? I think I want to dig like a little bit deeper. We'll take a gander. Ooh, King Kraken is very nice here. All right, let's draw 1 more card. Okay, so we're sending 16 here, which should be good enough. I just gotta make sure we don't die. Okay, sorry, not 16, we're sending 14, but that's still okay. It should present enough damage that it's at least annoying for them. Plus, we also get to swing in with a Kraken, which is great. And we also have our Quiver and our Boots up, so this is actually kind of spicy. Quiver being 2 prevention is actually kind of nutty. Alright, maybe Stormstrider's turn. Okay, no, not Stormstrider, sure. Alright, Flash Bolt is fine. Suture is fine. Do we actually want to prevent the Suture? Interesting question. Take 2, go down to 7. Or, sorry, are we taking 1? I think we're taking 1, right? Okay, so we don't actually need to care about this. Okay, that seems fine. You think that blue is better to hold than to send for 1? I think so. Mainly because I wasn't really like afraid of dying there. Plus we only have like AB1, so like we're only getting like 1 prevention out of the blue. Like I don't think we die on that turn. Especially with like the quiver presenting 2 and then the ominous word also presenting another like 3rd prevention. So you're like, what do we start that turn at? We start at like 13, so we're effectively at 16? 16, but like 3 of it's prevention, so if they do go for like a flare play, it's like a little bit less scary. I think I like sending the damage there just to kind of like pressure life total a little bit, but I think there's like pros and cons. When I like have the blue descent though, if I'm trying to like close up the game, I think it's worth. Okay, yeah, not too bad into Asilio. So Crown of New Horizons actually not too bad there. Oh no, we have Talshar outage? No. Okay, just a momentary blip. All right, we got a Arachne. We want to go second. We want to earn the Arachne board. How did I ruin the sideboard this time? That's the one. Oh, sorry, it's the Tip to Barkeeps. I should be running Sift, I guess. We could actually like cut 2 Sift, run 2 Tip. That also seems fine. Something like that. Your rage baiting worked. I'm here. So Nate is actually who was telling me that I can't actually cut Crown of Dominion. So this is kind of more of a stream to test that theory. I don't actually. So I kind of actually agree with Nate that I think the card's like a little bit too good to cut. But such is the way of content. We rage bait our viewers into watching the stream. Okay. We got Hunter's Clave. Sure. I think I want to try to go for the Honing Hood on this, and we can also just like roll in the blues if we want to. They pitch 2 reds, so we can't actually probably afford the double block here if we want to, in case they do have a pump. Just because they're most likely not going to be able to follow up here. And if they do follow up with like a leave no, we can still block like hook plus red lore. Alright, let's go ahead and prevent. Is that 2 Pilfer I see? 2? Don't worry about it, Rose. It's fine. Okay, we did play around the 2 the point. That's good. They have another one? Oh, they do have another one. Okay. A little bit punished, but fine. So they do still get to get the mark off here, but I guess they don't get to keep an arsenal. So what does this mean? I don't really want to like arsenal this now, which is like the awkward part. So I think I want to try to roll on Quiver and just see what there is to see. Also take this 1 card deeper. I feel like that's actually better. I think that is actually better than sending the shallow here. We love the boots. Yeah, they had the double pump there, so they were like a little bit less good, but I guess it did mean they like weren't able to keep an arsenal. Nate, I'm also like rage baiting you with the Shifting Tides. I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to take a sip of this because I managed to feel way too full.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Tika.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, like this iced tea here. Alright, coming in for 8. Got any blues in your hand? Probably not. But we'll see. Alright, no blues. Reasonable, so they go Orb Weaver, or no, so they Orb Weaver, up sticks, pitch, swing, send leave no. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Alright, all we gotta do is block the leave no. Shifting Tides is acceptable. I'm playing them at the moment. Okay, good. Alright, we're on the same page, Nate. That's great. If it makes you feel better, I'm not playing them into Mario. Fair.
Playing what into Mario?
I think Shifting Tides is like a little bit spicy. I don't know. I've like missed playing it. I also have my my treasure pack foils I got recently signed, so I'm like, okay, I want to just play them. Wait, are they not gonna go for the leave no? Wait, what? They're pitching the leave no? Why? Okay, I think they fucked up. I'm guessing that we're gonna see an undo here. Okay, we will allow them to undo. There we go. Okay. So we do want to give them a block here. We have the Shifting Tides. Like, I almost just want to like kind of stave off a little bit of damage here. Then we can like Bluefin, block with the gold baited hook, save Codex for next turn. We could get Inertia trapped. The problem is like Shallow is a bit awkward here. Noah's testing the fire in the hole over the pre-med into warriors. I had shifting back to try that out. That's reasonable. I don't know how much I'm like worried about warriors. Sorry, we're not blocking like this. We're blocking. I don't know how much I'm like worried about warriors pre-mastery pack warrior, because I think is it Vegas before mastery pack warrior, or am I not remembering that correctly? Wait, hold on. Let me double check that. I thought it was after, but I could have been wrong. Oh, okay, I'm correct. Cool. So I don't have to worry about warriors like just yet. Like pitching Shallow Water. I guess we're still just ripping the 3 oak here. Alright, kind of a mid 3 oak, but we accept. We have to pitch the Codex here, which is awkward. Not the worst thing in the world though. Send 9, be sad. Warriors are gonna be cooking in August. I think that's true. I expect good like a lot of the like attack again cards are like kind of fucked up. I don't know. Yeah, like sharpen attack again is like kind of crazy. Oh shit, I fucked up. I should have Arsenal the pre-med. I saw that like almost as soon as I did it, but I guess the upside is we do still have our Honing Hood, so we can undo my mistake. Always try to Arsenal your buffs if you have a 3 oak. Also, it just like makes it like if they do end up going for like another leave note here, then we don't have to like protect this 3 oak. Yeah, that was a misplay. Wasn't paying attention. I was reading chat. Alright, Calicera, Scar Tissue, sure. Detox, sure. Alright, what's the follow-up is the question. Alright, they do have a Codex, unfortunately, but I guess they do have to discard a Fate. It's not the worst thing in the world. Wait, why didn't they just like block with the Fate last turn? Why do you always Arsenal pump when you have 3 oak? Oh, it's big because of situations like this. Because I actually Arsenaled the 3 oak, I now don't have the option to just like let this premeditate go. I now have to like actively protect this 3 oak, or I have to do what I'm gonna do now, which is to potentially just like Honing Hood something in. We could also. There's a third option here. The third option. So the problem is we're gambling here. Wait, actually, hold on. Wait, maybe the line. Hold on. I think the line is actually to leave the 3 oak. Because we already have Codex, right? We have Codex 13? Or Codex 12, rather. I think we just, like, let them eat the 3 oak now, because we have Tunic up. We could gamble, but I don't actually think we're getting all that much from it, right? Because we have to, like, give up Tunic to block this out. And this also, like, clears the mark if we don't block it, which is kind of nice. So I actually think we, like, let the 3 oak go, and then we just send 13. Kind of seems better. Instead of just, like, giving up Tunic plus, like, 3 block. Just give him Codex. Do it for the clip. I don't want to give him Codex. This is fine. Like, I'm like kind of happy just sending 12 here. But now is the time. Do it for the clip. Okay. Getting cyberbullied by chat. I guess we're only sending 11 because of the frailty, but we get to give them a frailty, which is also pretty good. Do I want to hook this? It's a little greedy. They don't have the marks, so they can't flip inertia, but we have seen that they're a bit more of the reactive warrior, or maybe they just have like more reactive draw here. The incisions and the scar tissues I feel like are a little bit telling though. And the to the points. Like this seems like more kind of react heavy warrior, or react heavy like marionette, like warrior marionette kind of. Boo could have been 15 plus ponder. Oh, if I gamble on the 3 oak? I guess, but I don't know. I feel like this is like also. So this is 11. If we count the frailty as 1, this is like 12 plus ponder. But we like don't have to give up tunic. I don't know. Maybe that is a gamble that's worth it. Alright, we get their codex though. That's kind of hot. Alright, how much value is getting their codex though? I feel like that makes up for it. We would have drawn into the King Shark for what it's worth. I mean, like, our odds are like fairly high here. We haven't seen like any red harpoons. Alright, Kiss of Death. Sure. No reason to block. Send me the bill. Alright, so hope we can grab an attack here. Do I want to hook this? I feel like we're getting to the point where like we're not going to get very many hooks throughout the course of the game. This is like kind of an interesting moment to hook. I don't think they can cover this. They've seen one react, like a 4, 4, 3. I guess they could give up Mask of Deceit, do a random flip. I think it's worth it because like this on hit might not be real, but the hook on hit might actually be a little bit more real. Yeah, I think that's true, Nate. I think I like actually sending the hook here just because like we're not going to get many more opportunities, and plus if they like do decide to like commit to blowing up the hook, I don't think we actually care. Like I think it's probably good for us if they give us like 3 cards. Kind of interesting. What attacks does this version actually run? So we have like Leave No Kiss. I know some of these lists are like running like Whittle. To me, that's something we have to be a little bit worried about. The nice thing is they don't have their other dagger, so you don't have as much to kind of play around here. All right, flipping into red back is fine. All right, up sticks cut from the same cloth. Oh, maybe they're just like gambling to try to roll into Orb Weaver or something. Does that even make sense though? I think it's maybe kind of bad. For what it's worth, we could have actually like Honeyhood swapped into the Kraken this turn if we wanted to like, because Kraken is like technically better to send there. Okay, what do we got here? So we can send 13 on this hand. What are they doing? I think they can only send 5 here, right? Their hand is like max 5. Unless they want to do like 4. No, that doesn't work. They have to like pitch both cards to send 5. I think I'm fine with. $17 or I leave. How do we send 17 on this hand? Okay, wait, no, actually we can't send 17 on this hand. We do. Okay, I'm doing this for Nate. All right, we're gonna go to 4, and then we're gonna try to send 17. I'm doing this for you. All right, gold crack. Yes, that's good. Hitch. Damn it. Okay, not sending 17. Unfortunate. Oh, I'm trash at this game. Now we just have to send a humble 16. Oh, it's cringe. Maybe Premed's a bad card. It's crazy. I mean, it's still like fine. We're getting like gold plus ponder plus gold on hit. Like, I don't think the on hit actually matters at this point in the game. It would have been nice. 16, 17. Is that what the kids are? Is that like the evolution of 6-7? 16, 17.
There's exactly 20 more.
Exactly 20 more. It's crazy. Alright, so they're going to 1 here. Did I do the Goldfin math? I did not. I'm not at my mental... actually, sorry. What was the Goldfin math? Oh, we get to do 4... Oh, shit. Was Goldfin better? Or I guess it was Overpower. Which is probably better. Alright, whatever. We're still probably... 16, 17 is just 6-7 for the next decade. But Oh yeah, I guess we could have like Honing Hood swapped the Goldfin. Pump for so we have to pitch the Kraken to the Goldfin and then we get overpower. Isn't it the same? Isn't it the same amount of damage, but I get overpower? I think, right? Yeah, regardless, they're toast, but I think it is strictly better to send the overpower there. Oh, okay. We can steal their lunch. Still pretty good. Not too shabby. I they get an extra 1 in, but then we get to like tip the barkeep into red lore, potentially ruin their day. Seems good. Might end up cracking a little bit extra here. Or sorry, we don't want to give them a gold, probably. That would be suboptimal, probably. Alright, tip. No golds. Then we do red lore. I guess we could draw a couple cards and just see what we draw first. Could draw like a buff or something that makes this like a little bit more appealing. The only issue is that we can't, if we 3-oak, we can't play the card off red lore. Yeah, whatever. I think we're just trying to kill them at this point, right? Doesn't really matter. I guess it was like strictly better to like hold the red fin, but I guess it doesn't matter because we're good at the game. Next decade when I'm 40, is that when 16, 17 is coming in? Alright, should be good enough here. I'll hook this because why not? I don't sigil, who knows? Dedge. I've seen like a lot more attack action kind of heavy marionettes, and this kind of doesn't look like one of them. Like I've kind of actually seen like a decrease in like to the points, scar tissues, and incisions. I guess like the to the points and the incisions are a little bit less common. Okay, they can block this, that's fine. They'll run out of blocking cards eventually, right? Alright, seems good. Alright, now we can use our Honing Hood. This is the best marionette, the OG dagger build. I think that's kind of true, especially like into Marlin. I think that this is the best like variant into Marlin. I want to get a little bit greedy and kind of crack for like another buff here. Oh, that'll do. May go like, I guess we can even go like one deeper here. Okay, that's fine. Right, turn over the Codex and 15. Seems good. Feeling pretty comfy this game. I feel like this matchup, like even if they do get like the mark on you turn 1, like the fact that they like go off an arsenal to like get the mark in was like kind of good for me still, even though I had to like give up boots or whatever. All right, and that's the way it goes. Let's see actually like what the other cards in the deck. It seems a lot more like, I think this is kind of like Boomer Marionette, like a little bit. Like they're running like, wait, why are they running Look Tough? Okay, I guess we'll not question Look Tough. But like it's kind of a lot nicer with the new boots is that they can't just like roll into like inertia as often like a trapdoor. I feel like trapdoor is what gets me more than anything. But yeah, I guess like mostly just a bunch of reactions and stuff. Okay, sure. Yo, we beat the B tier deck. I know. I don't think Marionette's all that good. I know Paul Van Heysel. I think I watched his tier list today, and he had Marionette like fairly high up there. All right, into Rhinar, we're gonna go first. All right, let's trigger Nate. And then I don't even think we're running. We do want Trench plus Quick Dodge. And then Kraken, Shark, 2 pre-meds. That's it. Could also run the 2 tip the barkeeps, but I think it's like largely fine. Okay, so we do no free load turn 0. Let's gamble. Alright, no hits, but that's fine. I think I'll just go ahead and filter the hand here. Alright, so unfortunately we didn't get our New Horizons value turn 0, but that's okay. Now we just draw it turn 2. Oh god. Blood Rush, Beast Within. Okay, pitching a red though. Could be fine. Surely this is fine. Okay, this is totally fine. I'm a-okay with this. Alright, we got Bear Fangs for 10. Sure. Okay. So what do we want to do here? Crown equals no Blood Rush. Enjoy the showdown. Damn. I mean, there's still like, I don't know. This is not like the worst Blood Rush to ever happen to us. But yeah, I feel like this is probably like one of those matchups where Crown is a little bit more impactful. Alright, we're just gonna take 2 of their Blood Rushes here. They have... What kind of Reinhardt do we think this is? And are they on the Thick Hide Hunters? Or what was that card that like blocks 6? I forget what that card's called. 8 armor, sending him for 12. This is like a semi-fake on hit, so I feel like maybe throwing Hook on this is fine. They have to either have the 6 block and give us armor on like an on hit that's like fake. So I'm like kind of okay just like throwing Hook on this. Oh, they do actually. Wait, why didn't they just block? Okay. Well, Reinhardt being more accurate in terms of not reading, that's fine. Fair enough. Okay, Wild Red, sure. Reincarnate. Some weird cards here. Okay, sure. I am okay with this. Alright, let's do cheating. Do you want to play out the shifting? I guess we get to like pitch eye to Ryok here, so it's not bad. Let's try to look for some arrows. Right, there's one arrow. I think we are supposed to keep that on top, and then I think we bottom this codex, try to look for either blues or more impactful arrows. So actually, if we didn't play out the shifting tides there, do we get double load? Maybe that's better. Interesting. Because now we'd have to like pitch the Ryok, which we don't want. I actually think I'm supposed to like draw a card here. Let's draw like 1 extra card. So if we draw a blue, then we can do a safe double load. Seems pretty good. Currently down on Arsenal, so no reason to send this, and then I guess we can just send 13 again. Seems fine. I guess we do have the protection if we want to discard the codex, but we probably don't. Not too shabby though. It definitely seems like this is like a more aggressive Reiner list from the looks of it. Alright, we do get to take their Terror Limb from Limb. So this one they cannot actually block with, so I can't fault them for that one. These King Krakens have been doing some work. Goddamn. Very good King Krakens this game. I guess one of them like shouldn't have been a good King Kraken though. Alright, they managed the King Shark, which is like mildly annoying because it's kind of the card I wanted to block with. We'll go ahead and just say pass. Right, Feral Instinct, also fine. Oh, Strongest Survive. Actually, that actually did end up being really annoying. The Strongest Survive is now kind of awkward. I think we're supposed to like just take this because like otherwise we're blocking. Yeah, I think we just take this. Otherwise, we're like giving up like the full armor. I guess we can give up like 4 plus 3. That's not good though. All right, take the damage. Pre-med player pref. Normally, you don't draw them right next to each other for what it's worth. I love shooting harpoons. See, we just discard a pre-med. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna hit a blue off the top. Okay, that's good enough. Still have a lot of armor. I probably do actually want to. We might not actually be rewarded for playing the Codex here. Like, I think if we draw blue, it might be better to just like trench this away. Okay. Oh, sorry, we don't have trench. Shit. I forgot. That's my bad. Sorry, I thought we were running the other trench. Alright, I will live with my decisions. So 3, 4. I guess this like is still fine. We can actually wait. Can we codex? Put a card back in their arsenal and then just send the other harpoon? Okay, what's the benefit of doing that though? We send 13. Pitching the 2 king sharks is like brutal here though. So we send 12 on this. We force a card in the arsenal, but then we don't get a face-up card, which is like awkward. Interesting. Maybe that's still like kind of the play. Or this is like the most disruptive play, I feel like. And then we just try to kill them with the King Kraken next turn. So I want to make sure we're actually like hitting the. Well, actually, the King Kraken would have been nuts there because the tear limb from limb. What would guarantee the gold on hit? The shallow water. Yeah, I think that's the idea. Is we want to just like get them to discard here, because we're still like sending 1 over unless they do draw like some random way to block over 3. But given that they're more aggressive Reiner, probably don't have that. So you just get to clear the arsenal here, and then they're stuck with a 2-card hand. Okay, seems fine. Wait, do they actually want to just pass here? That's really good for us if that's the case. Okay, not too bad. Sure. Alright, let's find a way to kill them, ideally. So they have 3 armor. We need to send 19 here. Kind of doable. Alright, crack some gold. C4 salvage is not going to cut it, but we could dig 1 deeper if we wanted to. We also can just stop here, just do like double C4 salvage. We could also sift, but sift is kind of crap. Let's go 1 deeper. Alright, another port side, not going to cut it. So let's just go for salvage then. Turn over the Blood Rush. Cheating. Hook. I guess we could go like even 1 deeper, but I feel like that's maybe like a little too risky. We still also, I guess, kind of have the fridge. Could also gamble, but that's probably not worth it. Yeah, I just like sending 13 here. At least maybe we'll eat armor. Maybe we'll eat card. We'll see. Okay, we do get a Blood Rush, though, so that's good. Man, maybe King Kraken is just, like, good into Reiner. It's kind of crazy. Maybe it's good into, like, their specific build. Could be the case. Okay, they had another Blood Rush. That kind of makes sense. Sure. I don't think we're dying this, though, still with, like, the fridge. Might have, like, overthought this game a little bit too hard. Like, maybe, actually, like, King Kraken is, like, not too bad into Reiner. Alright, hit the scabs. It's annoying. But it still should be fine. Alright, trench time. We do know that they have the strongest survive still in their hand, right? This could get a little dicey, so we take 7 here, go to 5, and then we have some number of cards left to block with. Should still be fine here. Not too concerned, but they're also hitting the other sending them. Oh wait, did they discard the strongest survive? Maybe I missed that. Oh, they might have. Yeah, I think they did discard that. Never mind. Alright, Sea Legs into Wrecker Romp. Okay, this is okay. So they managed our blue, go the tip, so we can block here. 6, that will put us to 5, and we should be relatively safe. I don't want to go to like 2, I think. It's probably a little bit too low. Turn over Beast Within. Not too bad here, though. So now we just get to port side, and let's see what we're able to hit here. Alright, catch is not bad, but I think we're going to just try to crack until we find either reds or just like a trophy shot or something. I feel like we're kind of overdue for some number of good buffs. go one deeper. Shallow water is probably good enough, right? I'll probably get the job done. So we could send, this is 5 plus 5 plus 4, 14. Not bad. Could have gone like a little bit deeper there probably, but I don't know if we like had to necessarily. Kind of just want the game to end. Okay, not too bad. So I guess I don't know if this is like the meta Rhinar list. It's definitely playing some like cards I have not seen in a while, like the Tear Limb from Limbs and like some of the more non-attack stuff. Like I feel like Rhinars are not typically running this many non-attacks. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm just behind on the Rhinar times. But I guess it goes to show that maybe the Krakens are still pretty good in this matchup. All right, let's get another. Very interesting. Ooh, we get to play the Jarl matchup. Well, this is one where we like actively want to run New Horizons. So we'll see how this works. Don't need Trench. Tunic's fine. This is fine. Try to do more like manual sideboarding. Let's bring in the tips. Oh, sorry, we don't need the pre-meds. What am I doing? Just run clean 60 with some extra blues for the frostbites if we need them. I don't think we need pre-meds in this matchup. Not doing too bad here, though. I feel like my recent on-camera performance has been fairly good. All right, looks like we're on Fatigue-ish Jarl. Fatigue-adjacent Jarl. Let's hope they don't blow up my New Horizons, but I kind of just think that's fake. Little scary. Surely they won't blow it up turn 1. Or I mean turn 2. Probably gotta take the risk. So the funny thing about this hand is like we actually do get the load. Presumably we get the load if we like Redfin, Pitch to Quiver, and then we like keep the trophy shot for discard. Could actually be good. Wait, what are they doing? They're putting it on my quiver? Hello?
That's an option?
That I guess? They don't want to put it on the card that can blow up both my arsenals?
Bruh.
Okay. Sure.
What?
So, okay, we actually have an option here between sending... We can send 14 with gold on hit, or alternatively, we can send 10, potentially get a double arsenal. Or, sorry, potentially get a face-up arsenal. So, 14 versus... Problem is the dominate.
People out here just playing cards.
I've lost track a little. Very interesting. That was definitely a choice. What part of me wants to just like discard to this port side. I think this like kind of worked out because now we're still just sending like 13 plus. Like we get a guaranteed gold plus an extra gold. I guess the gold to tip was like maybe a good rip there. I kind of actually don't mind that though. Like getting a guaranteed gold is probably worth -1 damage. I feel like. Probably. I think that ended up being good for us. Whether or not that was the correct play before I drew the gold to tip, that was like kind of the question. Maybe it's not. Alright, 2 sync below, sure. Wait, did they double sync? Hold on. What happened? Did they actually... Oh, they did put a card on the bottom, so maybe they just got unlucky. Alright, don't have to think too much about this hand here. If we draw blue, we're sending King Shark. If we don't draw blue, then this is also fine. We can just send, like, just a Harpoon there. Not too bad. Played versus a Jarl today on 9 Winter's Bites. That sounds appealing. It's actually kind of spicy. I love that. I don't know what that deck's trying to beat, but it is kind of cool. I think like maybe Winter's Bite gets a little bit better once Victor leaves, and you can like the meta is like maybe a little bit more aggro. I don't know. I don't think like Winter's Bite's like necessarily a bad card. Let's just keep time walking them. That sounds fun. Not too bad. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Sprout Strength and Arsenal. Yeah, that's why were they fat decking? I think this is maybe like a newer player. The exposed, well, actually, the exposed elements might be like a spicy. I actually can't really tell. Maybe not a newer player. I don't know. The exposed is like maybe giving me like Armory Deck Yarrow vibes, so maybe not. Okay. Well, we will find another. That's definitely how the Yarrow matchup goes, though. Very lore accurate Yarrow gameplay. Ooh, we get to play against Gravy. Very fun. I don't know if I've actually gotten to show this matchup off on camera, so this will be a good one. Let me check the sideboard. So we're running 64. That looks right. New Horizon opponent's going first. That's annoying, but fine. I've actually considered running Honing Hood in this matchup, but I think it's like you maybe have enough time to like not have to worry about it. We'll see. The one thing that's like awkward about New Horizons matchup is that if you are going second and they are able to play out like double ally turn 0, it can be really scary. But let's just hope they don't do that. I think that's a good plan. I have definitely like, I think in my like normal board I do have Honing Hood going second, but I kind of want to just try new things, see how this ends up working out. I guess we do want to hold on to the trophy shot. Okay, that's good. So now we don't have to really worry about, actually, could end up getting a little greedy here. Let's see what they do. Because I kind of want to see if they want to activate the Chum themselves. Because I actually am kind of tempted to maybe go face if they do give us the opportunity there. Okay, looks like they're smart though. They want to activate the Chum. That's fine. Go and just kill. I probably should have held on to the Bluefin assuming that they were going to do that, but I feel like there's like a world there where you maybe want to just send like damage at face. Pros and cons. Definitely getting some early allies in the yard though. A little scary. 3 is a great draw here though. Just means that we're probably going to be able to start chaining together some arsenals, dig towards our endless arrows. I kind of almost am at the point where I think I'm maybe running like a little too much hate for Gravy, especially if he like kind of sees less gameplay in the new meta. We'll have to see. It's kind of nice knowing that you can pick for Gravy though, at least in like some capacity. All right, Rigor Mortis, sure. Actually, do we want to block this? They're gonna play out the Scoob afterwards. No, I think we do want to block. Denying the gold, I feel like, is also kind of relevant. I think we'll gamble on the arrow off the top. If we whiff off the arrow, I think that sucks. Oh yeah, Gravy's really strong in this meta. I think once Victor goes though, like my prediction is there probably is going to be like, oh, actually we can kind of keep. We don't have to play the trophy shot here. We can actually like keep holding on to like the red lore if we want to. Which I think is actually better. Problem is this hand is like not super compelling. So we're still just killing the Rigor Mortis. Oh, sorry, wait. Actually, hold on. Back up. I didn't realize I actually had to. Or no, we don't want a cannon. Yes, we just want to do this because I want to like Arsenal the Murderous Rebel in case they like play out another Rigor Mortis or something. We can at least like gamble on killing an ally even if we don't. Let's keep the board clean for now. Also, it looks like they were fat decking like slightly to begin the game with. Important to note. So they have 5 cards in the bin plus, or no, sorry, they're running Queen 60. Never mind. I can't count. Can't do math. All right, we found our endless, which is good though. which I think means we're gonna go ahead and just like trench here. Could even like hold on to the Merce Rebel. I feel like the Merce Rebel's like not actually doing all that much for us right now. Just keep blocking. Make them play a blue and then play out Scuba. I guess they don't really have anything like good to get back with Scuba yet. So like this is probably fine. Let's go ahead and set up the first Tip the Barkeep just so we have like a little bit of go away potential here. I typically don't like playing out like the second Tip the Barkeep in this matchup. And then the question is, I think we're waiting on Pilfer to see if they put another better ally in the bin, although Scupa's not bad to flip over. It's kind of funny that like I think Scupa is actually like one of the highest priority allies to kill in this matchup. Or it's like kind of up there. Alright, I do want to block out this on hit. They did not discard anything with the Tipple is also interesting. Let's wait for the cheating scoundrel to resolve, I think. Because I want to see if they put anything off of this cheating. Because I think I respond to this, right? I believe so. They can like respond to the discard before they're able to play it out. Alright, now we get to do a little bit of filtering. Hello, I can't sleep. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. Just playing some Marlin like usual. I don't want to quite go off this endless yet unless I have a backup endless. It's a little bit early to try to risk like sending endless at face. Alright, Rigor, Sawbone, sure. Alright, Ley Line, yeah, not too bad. So they get to go like Swell into... Okay, they are on Reacts, it's good info. So we need to make sure we have enough damage to block here. So we have 8 here, which we can use to block on the Rigor or the Sawbone, so that should be fine. So we should be able to give 3 here. Unless they have something like random in their arsenal, but I don't know what it would be. Yeah, I'm not sure what they could actually like play from arsenal here. That would be annoying. Like maybe just like random attack or something. Do you have a Sage deck you like these days? I've been hearing some interesting things. So I've been kind of like off Sage for a bit just because I think like Sage content isn't like super popular, at least like not on my channel. Like maybe other people's channels is like a little bit more popular. I still like messing around with Terra. I think like some of the new Acilio stuff I've heard is like kind of interesting. Like there's like an Acilio Briar build that I think was like good in Sage or something. That seems kind of interesting to me. Here Dromai's good and that's cool. I'm trying to think like what else, but I've not been really like keeping up to date with Sage. These are just like things I've like heard through people kind of talking about it. I don't know. I think the format kind of just needs like a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what I like want out of Sage, I guess is maybe the question. Okay, so Sawbones in the bin. Trying to think if there's any way that we want to send Endless at face here yet. We could end up sifting here, but then we'd have to like... We do get like 2 load triggers, which is kind of interesting. But we are also going like -1 card in deck, which is a bit awkward. Do we need this 1 extra card though? Let's see what we can find. Like maybe we find something juicy like a 3-oak. Cavden Sage deck 1. I think it just needs like a little bit more time for me. Like I think there's something there with Sage, but it still just feels like I don't know, kind of this like weird back and forth between things that are like very powerful and things that are like not super powerful. I guess we do have the Endless now. Yeah, let's just YOLO this 3-oak, why not? We can live a little here. I guess we can also just like switch off. I could switch off. I'm down to switch off. Losing the Endless is a little bit painful, but we do have the extra Shallow Water to kind of like deal with their stuff. So this should be relatively safe. They do still have like the Sawbones in the bin. It's like a little greedy, but I do think it's like fatigue positive to try to send big harpoons when you can. I'm like kind of not following my own advice here by like going off endless when they do have like an ally in the bin. But I think this is like maybe a decent enough opportunity to just land some disruption. Disruption is good. That being said, it does give them the opportunity to like play any deer reacts that they might have arsenaled, so there's pros and cons to doing this. It's a little greedy. But could very well like just brick their hand next turn, so kind of a fan. Alright, there's a deer react in arsenal, that makes sense. Okay, direct from hand. Like, we're still getting, like, 3 cards out of them plus balance, so, like, overall, not bad. Still think it's a little greedy, but you can get a little greedy in this matchup. I hope they integrate macros or some other minigame into Sage. If it's going to be a spiky format, at least make it a little wacky, too. That could be interesting. Any consideration for Gold Kiss the Endless, then Sift so you can send a Harpoon and keep the Endless. So the problem with that is that they normally want to try to block the Endless. So like, assuming like if we fire Endless there, it's just coming in for like 4 or whatever. We should probably assume that it's like not coming back to hand. Which is like maybe it's good to send that just for like damage or just like getting cards out of hand, but I guess it like could be interesting. You do like Endless for 4, go again. I was like kind of like wanting to like hold on to the Endless when I made that play. But maybe it still would have been good. Okay, coming in for 5. We want to hold this Endless, and they do have a ley line out, so they're going to be playing out an ally after this, which is presumably hooked. Okay, let's go ahead and just pass. Rose, what was your record? Why are you playing a deer react into Marlin? Oh no. There's some shade going on in chat. Alright, I'm off. Have fun on the rest of your stream. We will try to have fun. That is the goal. Oh wait, we can't do this. We can kind of do this. Yeah, we can do this. This is fine. Still want to kill the rigger, probably. Nate's gonna get banned from stream chat. Hilarious. Can't bully our fellow content creator. Alright, so the conch is here. Sure. The conch will get blocked. Kind of curious to see if they actually poured in like Remembrance or anything in this matchup. Kind of doesn't seem like they did. Just trying to deny the gold and also get value. Have we seen Fearless yet? I've not actually noticed them play or pitch a Fearless, but could very well be the case. We have 2 conchs out of the way, so we still have another one coming. 2 ley lines out of the way. I guess we have 3rd ley line potentially coming back. Seems fine. A 0-2, same as my record in the Gravy and Nats. You just gotta play against the Gravies who like don't know what you're doing. That was my secret, at least for the first 2 rounds. And then I played Rose, and then she knew what she was doing, and then that matchup got a lot scarier. Alright, Scuba. Not talk about our nationals records in chat. Alright, Scuba dead, that's very good for us. No Fearless is actually pretty significant there. Alright, Arsenal the Endless. Yada yada. Are you gonna continue to play Ziggy? It depends. I'm not really a fan of like super D-React sloppy decks, which I think is like kind of the direction that Ziggy's going. But like I don't think that deck is like not fun. It's just like it kind of feels like Enigma. I could probably play some more Ziggy on the channel. But it's not really like a deck that I want to like lab too much. It's more of a deck that like I think is I have like a passing interest in. Maybe I'll get Natan on the channel and he can talk about Ziggy because he's a lot more into Ziggy than I am. You're allowed to talk about yours. You cashed. Fair enough. Fair enough. I almost didn't cash for what it's worth. Some scary matchups. I think I don't know. There's like some. I was kind of like hoping I could get like top 16 at the end there, but I think like the Dio game just was like kind of awkward. I don't know. I was like fairly close to getting in some extra money, or sorry, not top 16, top 32, I think. Okay, they have Sawbones, block, sure. Probably actually want to like Murderous Rebel down the Sawbones if I can help it. They can probably afford to hook this if they wanted to. Okay, we'll take a little bit of damage off of it. Alright, pitching a blue there is great. So let's hope for a blue off the top so that we can clear the Sawbones easily. If we don't, then we're just going to send damage at Sawbones. Can we talk about Showdown records? You can talk about your Showdown records. It's like a fake format. Alright, they're chumming, which is fine. Okay, they have the Fearless. It's also fine. Sure. All of this is fine with me. Okay, so they are on some number of Fearless, which I feel like makes sense. They still like kind of played around this, and they still have like Sawbones tap next turn, so it's not actually that good for them. Damn, now I am being okay. Now you can't bully Nate now. Have you watched your fan game yet? Is there anything you could have done differently? I think that game was so the fan game on stream was really interesting because I think like we both kind of low rolled pretty bad. But like I feel like Fang, that's like not typically how the Fang matchup I feel like goes. Like typically they get online super early, and then they like just kind of like pile drive you with like a bunch of attacks or that like you basically they get online super early and then you just like can't outrace them basically. The way that stream game went is basically like not typical of how I feel like most oh, we finally drew a Sunken Treasure. Jesus, it's been a while. But I feel like that matchup's like not normally how he's our brain. That's kind of true. I feel like that's normally not how the matchup goes, like the Fang matchup. I feel like it's typically like a lot more aggressive than that, and I feel like that maybe threw me off. And I also feel like I got a bit unlucky with like 3 Oaks. I think I like tried to draw too aggressively into the 3 Oaks because I was maybe like tilting or something because I didn't draw them. I don't know. I think I definitely could have played that a little bit tighter though. That's my opinion. All right, coming with the chum. I have like a little bit of a gold stack going, but I don't know if I have to be like too worried at this point. Let's try to stay the course, though, with the fatigue game plan. We'll give him the gold, but I think that's okay. Actually, sorry, we don't want to do this. We do... Yeah, they don't have any allies, right? So we just do Hammerhead, and then we see what they do. I kind of think I still want to kill Sawbones is my heuristic. Just because it's like more annoying. Sunken Scam, I know. Sunken Scam is so good. Not actually draw. I think that was the first one we drew this game. We still have another Pilfer in the deck somewhere.
I fucking hate this matchup, by the way.
Tegan hates this matchup.
It's miserable and like not fun.
Kind of is.
And
a little bit. There's a Pilfer.
It was funny because I got really tilted while you were practicing.
Yeah.
And then you go and play into Graves at Nats, and they got extremely tilted. And then you apologize to me like, hey, maybe you were right. To
yeah. That's true. Tegan helped me practice this matchup, and then like I feel like this is a very frustrating for Graves to deal with, which is like kind of a good thing for me at least.
The worst part is I know what I'm supposed to do. I just like this is like not fun. I don't want to.
I don't have the strength to do it.
It's like this. This is excruciating and not enjoyable.
Alright, probably have to pitch the Pilfer here, but that's like fine. God, this matchup's like so easy when they don't bring in Remembrance. I feel like you can still beat like 1 or 2 Remembrances if you like high roll in the Sunken Treasures, but if they do it like this, it's like typically a lot easier. You can kind of just sit on Endless forever and they can't really do anything.
We ever paired each other at a tournament and we're just gonna pour water on your cards and then say like, "Uh-oh, Rory's disqualified," and then kill you.
That's rude.
Yeah, that's rude.
Is rude.
That's rude.
I knew I was supposed to do it as well, but I saw that gold stack and got greedy. I like the gravy pilot. It's kind of like you're putting the onus on the gravy pilots to not make a mistake, which is like kind of a good place to be in decks. Is like your opponent has to play like super tight, and you don't have to play tight, which kind of makes it a bit interesting. Is it time to go off the Endless? How many allies have we seen? We've seen 4, 9. We have 1 in Banish, so it's 10. That great. We still haven't seen any Swabbies, have we? I think we're just filtering here. We can still use the C4 to just like turn over a random card. We'll find like something good to draw into. Let's turn over like Leyline, I guess. Alright, progressing the game state so that we don't get a judge called on us. Alright, found another Endless, that's great. And we also found our Sunken Treasure to IP with. Okay, so now we can start sending Endless Face, which demands cards blocked, which is good for us.
I really need to like, at some point, have you kind of like, just tell me exactly how to play it with no deviations, Rose, because like, I need to know how to do it, but I also like, I don't want to like practice it because it sucks. It's so annoying.
Yeah. I feel like if a gravy is good and they practice into this and they know what I'm trying to do, I think that it's not great for us.
When Shane comes out and is like super good, hopefully I'll just play Shane.
Alright, we're going off Endless here. We do have still 1 more in the deck, so we should be relatively safe. But they're incentivized to want to try to block this, and then that means that we get to send Codex. I think we want to send Shark here, right? I forget which is better, but I feel like typically Shark is a bit better, especially if we can snipe like a Conqueror. I feel like they're more likely to have 2 attack actions than 2 non-attacks. Maybe that's not true. I guess if you like count the allies, maybe it doesn't count. I think I will hook this. It's like a little greedy, but we've seen like all most of the reacts at this point, so I think it's fine. Stack gold and never use your hero ability if you can help it. Make Exodia. I think that's like the strat, right? Is to just sit on a gold pile and then create a turn that has so much overlap that I can't deal with it.
I don't want to do that.
You want to do that?
That's so boring.
All right, port side's fine.
I just want to play the game.
Playing the game's overrated. So now we just kind of get to tempo from here, which is the nice part. Did we discard an ally at any point? I don't think we did. Alright, getting sent 12 here. Not bad. This gravy playing Gearyax is actually hurting them. That's the best part, right? Is if they hedge assuming that you're trying to be more aggressive and they run the Gearyax, then like it's kind of like a mind games thing almost, right? Like they're running Gearyax because they're scared that we're just gonna like overpower them at face. But if we don't run, if we're on the fatigue plan, then the Gearyax are like actively hurting them. So it kind of like introduces this like weird kind of like cat chasing dog issue, where it's like we can adjust to what the gravy's doing. Like if they don't want to board into your X, then we get to play more aggressive. Okay, what do we want to get rid of here? I don't think it matters, but I guess we'll take the tipple. I feel that the flash was weak and I cracked stock too early. It's like a hard matchup to figure out. I don't know. It takes practice, I think. Anything that takes practice is like kind of difficult, right?
If it takes practice, it's not worth doing. That's what I always.
If it takes practice, it's not worth doing.
The most important skills.
Quotes from Tegan. It's true. All right, coming in for 8. We'll take the damage. Okay, no rebel. Sure. I accept. I don't think they have much damage left in their deck at this point. Let's go. Let's be a little bit more aggressive here, especially since we like don't have the endless. Okay, now we have the endless. Great. So this is still fine, right? It's like a little awkward. Let's load the endless, and then let's like crack one more gold and try to find a better harpoon. But we can also just send Redlore. Redlore getting conks is nasty. Also, who the hell is genuinely prepping against Marlin for events? It's true. Like, the fundamental, I guess, benefit we get from playing Marlin is that no one cares to prep into you, so that you get to play into your opponent for like the first time, whereas you've played against your opponent a lot more times than they have, right? So like until this deck becomes like mainstream, right? People just like will disrespect it, which is kind of cool. Do we want the conk or do we want the cheating scoundrel? I feel like cheating is like safer generally, but I guess like conk is kind of funny. Conk is better if we are playing towards them maybe having Remembrance in the deck that we haven't seen, but I kind of doubt that. I don't know, be a little bit greedy and take the conk. The conk is fun. The fun play. Alright, what are they discarding here? Sawbones, sure. You don't even necessarily have to play their conk next turn. Could just like block out a bit here. I think that's kind of reasonable. Could also do like conk into endless, but I think that's also a necessity. I think let's go ahead and just give up trench. The boat beckons. It's true. I think I'm just like blocking with the Codex here, probably if they play Sawbones. And then we do like conk into endless, kill him. Something like that, I think. Oh, they're just saying Oyston. Interesting, why? I don't know. Sure. Redlord getting conks back is also just very troll. Probably don't even want to arsenal this. I mean, I'm just gonna hook this. I'll make them block my boat. We're up on, like, by like so many cards, I don't think they can really afford to block this. And then I think we'll gamble on random arsenal here. That's not terrible. Sure, we can play that out. Alright, shoot down the Oyston, and then we just have one Swab. We haven't seen any Swabbies from them, though. At least not that I've noticed. I feel like I'm still expecting, like, one Swabby, and then we have this last Sawbones to deal with. If we kept Codex, we could have forced the boat target. I kind of just want to stay alive, because, like, we're already fatiguing them at this point. Like, I feel like our lose condition is that... maybe not. Like, maybe it could have been a little bit aggressive there. I was kind of worried that we were, like, gonna overcommit and get too greedy, and then, like, maybe they are able to, like, chain together a turn that, like, kills us. But I feel like that's probably wrong. I don't know. Oh, also, we drew a Pilfer. We should play the Pilfer. LOL. I think our gravy opponent's having fun. I know I would be.
They should die.
Oh no, they're enabling chat. Uh-oh. I'm glad chat's blocked for you all. Okay, they said that they forgot Marlin if it was fatigue. Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want to enable chat?
Still pretty close though with 0 fatigue tools in the deck. I don't know if this game was close. Maybe it was.
You're horrible. You
I-
are the worst.
If I have Whaler Remembrance, I don't think it's plausible, but GG's anyways. The evidence
Yeah,
is
that's. I don't. It's fuck it.
I think the evidence contradicts that. Waited for the prismatic to be played. I don't know if this game was close. It's true. I don't think this game was close. I don't know.
I mean, it was definitely not because they completely didn't
Yeah.
have the correct board.
Like, I think we were very far ahead. Like, even if they have Whaler 1 Remembrance, I don't think that's enough. This was not close, lol, yeah. I don't know. Like, we saw 10 functional life plus 17 cards in deck. I don't think it was. Anyways. That's the Gravy matchup. Hope you all enjoyed. But, yeah, I think even with Whaler Remembrance, Gravies will still have a lot of trouble with it. Tegan's kidding me.
Hate girlfriend.
This was not close in the slightest. Okay. Very funny. Alright, let's get another one. How long have we been streaming? Let me check.
Only an hour and a half.
Only an hour and a half. Alright, we got a couple games left in us. We're having fun. Alright, we can play a Victor matchup. Seems good. Please put us going first because they don't know. Uh-oh. I'm in danger? They know. They know, chat. Alright, Bonus going first. Very smart, though. No, it's fine. Oh, actually, since we don't have Return Fire in this configuration, we probably actually don't need the Sunken. We can try it without the Return Fire. I guess that will make this matchup like a little bit harder. Because this is kind of a deck list for like when Victor leaves, so I've kind of cut a little bit of the Gravy respect, or the Victor respect rather.
Man, they keep putting new stuff in Tile Shop.
How do we want to filter? Let's try to roll on 1 Arsenal. Okay, that's still good. If they do end up sending something here, I think that's fine. The problem is I almost don't even want to give them anything here. Are we fine taking 4 damage? Maybe not. Maybe we're supposed to give them a Codex. Is that wrong? Give them a Codex. It's so awkward. Maybe that was actually bad, because now they get to Millers me. But maybe we just gamble on the Millers? I don't know. This is kind of weird. Let's block with the King Shark is probably... I want to send the King Shark, but maybe we don't have the luxury. Okay. We could have just not quit. That's true, but I wanted to be greedy. Maybe that was too greedy. Okay, so we discard Seafloor Salvage, Rip 3 Oak. Don't Arsenal, because we want Arsenal. Oh, no, we do Arsenal, because we don't want to... We need to play around Test of Iron Grip. Then we do this. 14 versus 13. Given that they're on like maybe a more aggressive Victor configure, like the Crown Dominion signals to me that maybe they want to be a little bit aggro. I think let's go for the Arsenal Disruption. That's my thought. Oh no, we're getting blocked out. Uh-oh. I guess we like... Yeah, maybe Quivering was greedy there. I don't know. We did have like the 3 Oak in hand, so like there wasn't really much benefit to doing it. Alright, but we are getting a lot of block value out of the way, so that's good. Slightly greedy. Alright, Chokeslam and Arsenal's fine. Thunk on top's kind of annoying. I'm gonna miss Victor when he leaves. I feel like a lot of people are not gonna miss Victor. I feel like Victor ended up doing some like kind of weird metal warping things that I feel like people are not necessarily a fan of. I don't know if I'm necessarily one of those people though. I kind of actually just want to take 4 damage here just so we can like set up a gold and then like Arsenal King Shark. I think the 3 damage might be worth this Seafloor salvage if it means that we're not bricking on a future turn. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of damage. Get hit by the choke slam. All right, we'll get the trophy shot Arsenal. All right, this is a good draw. Definitely a little bit more scared of these like aggressive victors. I do have Tunic coming up too. All right, I'm gonna bet that they don't have the pummel. They do have the pummel. Unfortunate, but I think on average they probably don't. Let's play catch. Get a little bit greedy here. Send in the King Shark. Still pretty good for us. We need to start trying to break through some of this armor, but got a little bit more time. All right, pummel, Goldmane Estate. They should have blocked with an attack here. All right, no, sorry, they drew an attack. I guess they like me. Does that make sense? Huh. I don't know. All right, pitching the pummel. Good info. We could just give them the Sunken Treasure here and let them roll off the top. We could also just send 15 though. But it's like 15. It's kind of like more awkward. I think I'd rather just get like 16 value. Like the catch of the day is like super irrelevant on the Kraken, right? I think I'd rather just get my sunken value. Sit on a nice fat gold stack. Oh, and Visit the Goldmane Estate's really good to see on top. Looks like they bottomed that though, so sure. So we're sitting for 13 here. Can we try to snag one of these golds? Probably not. I think it's like never safe against Victor. Oh, we did get the other Goldmane Estate though. That's kind of hot. All right, another pummel is concerning though. Another pummel is concerning. Okay, but they're gonna Arsenal it, so that's actually good for us. I think we gotta take a little bit of damage here. Probably. Like I want to play Catch, Shifting Tides, 3 Oak, Pitch, Murderous. Maybe we actually end up digging for a little bit. Like maybe try to crack 1 gold to draw a card. So we may dig for something like a little bit more relevant. It's like a little bit aggressive, but I think it's kind of okay. Okay, so now I think we're just like holding the shifting here. That seems okay. Sure. So now we get double load. So we get load. And then we can banish. They actually haven't seen any Golden Suns yet, so the Elephant Harpoon's like not maybe the craziest thing in the world. The problem is there's nothing really great to banish with the Red Lore just yet. I kind of almost want to sit on the Red Lore and just see what they do. We don't have to really worry about stealing their gold as well, because they bottomed one. Was it Visit the Goldmane Estate and we grabbed the other? Oh, that's actually kind of funny. We did actually snipe the Golden Sun there. And we know their Arsenal's pummel. Okay, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Alright, coming in for 5 and then 4, that seems fine. Pummel is scary. Question is like how much do I actually have to respect it? It doesn't seem like they're fatigue victor, by the way, so like we can kind of just like race them a bit. Alright, Kraken is like kind of irrelevant. The question is like how much damage do I want to take this turn? We need to make sure we're not dying to pummel is the big thing here. So I feel like sending a Bluefin is probably like the best way to avoid that. So I think we're blocking 3 this turn, like total. Just getting rid of this King Kraken. Maybe even like throw the hook in front of this Grindstone, although we don't need to. Let's let them mill the card. I think that's fine. Alright, mill the Thunderquake, sure. So let's try to send a bluefin here, but let's dig a little bit deeper. Okay, King Shark is also good here. All right, filter again. So let's start with the rabble. Now you just get to pull Tunic Sun Shark. Seems good. We do now have an E-Strike for the Red Lord for what it's worth, so I think it was like kind of worth it to hold on to it. Kind of funny that like sending the elephant that turn was actually kind of correct. But this King Shark should make it kind of difficult for them to keep a hand that can pummel, especially without Tunic. I don't think we can hook this yet. Alright, so just gotta remember the pummel in Arsenal, and then I think we're kind of okay this game. We're still sitting on full fridge as well, so like I think we're not really getting fatigued. Ooh, that's good for us. They have to reroll that. That's great. Okay, so they do win, so they don't have to like discard. That's good for them. Should I take the CNC, which is the card that they want to pummel? Probably. I guess they could Remembrance, but like, yeah, we're always taking the CNC there, right? I don't know why I was like thinking about that. Like, ooh, what if we didn't take the CNC? But like, I think they can just send 6, which is still like kind of bad for us. Okay, so block a little bit more. I still don't think we're like super at risk of getting fatigued, so I'm not really gonna like play super into it. We're just gonna play to get a little bit aggressive here mostly. Send 11. And then we still just gotta remember that pummel, and then I think we're kind of okay here. Alright, Thunk off the top is a little scary though. Okay, the quick dodge pitching Riches. Yeah, that seems alright. Alright, but we get an E-Strike, so now the big decider of this game is like how strong this pummel is gonna be. For what it's worth, I guess we do have like clear New Horizons, so like probably just weather most of this. So we get block, 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 8, E-Strike, go again. The E-Strike go again's like a little risky, but should be fine. That's kind of been a fun game. So the only how many Testament grips have we seen? We have 1 left. Oh, actually, we can avoid. We don't have to actually play in a Testament grip here, because all we have to do is play Codex first, and then we put a Codex on top. LOL. So we Codex first. Grab King Shark. Wait, why can I not? Oh, oh, sorry. We make the Goldfin Harpoon, and then we do this. Yeah. Cannon Codex, Marlin, E-Strike, go 10 over power. Yeah. We found the line, Ben. It takes me maybe a little bit longer, but we found it. So yeah, this is a little bit more of like the aggressive Jarl or as the aggressive Victor variant. I think this version of Victor is definitely like a little bit more scary than like kind of like the more defensive Victor. I feel like we just roll over the more defensive Victor, but the more aggressive Victor can kind of get like a little bit scary if they get like gold generation flowing pretty early. But I think we played that one fairly well at least. All right, let's try to get like one more good one, and then we'll kind of call it for today. It's been a fun stream though. Thank you all for stopping by. It's been a good. Wait, why am I? Hold on. Okay, that was weird. All right, so we'll go first. We are on Honing Hood. That. Kraken. I kind of still like running Sharks in this matchup just in case they're the other version. I think it's like if you know they're Arcana Cilia, maybe this is like a little bit better. You just do like pre-meds plus the blues. I think it's like close. I don't know. Let's try it like this. Goldfins are such a cool design. I know. As soon as I like saw that this hero was making like Crouching Tigers, it became like a lot more cool to me. I feel like Crouching Tigers are a lot of fun. All right, so I'm glad we hedged for the non-arcane version of Acilio because it looks like they're kind of just playing combo Acilio. So good job on the hedging. They feel like a more fair version of the same utility Crouching Tigers gave Zen. I know. So like part of the fun, I think, of card games is like allowing the player to like cheat a little bit. And Goldfins and Crouching Tigers kind of feel like they're like a little bit cheaty, right? Like they're giving you something that's like fairly strong. I kind of like that about them is that they like give you this feeling that you're doing something like really powerful, even if it's not like the most powerful thing in the world. But like it feels like unfair to like bottom just like a random piece of like crap to an Easter egg, right? Like that's kind of cool. I don't know. It's very fun to like cheat in card games. I think not like actually cheating, but like cheating in terms of like doing something unfair. Okay, so we can send cheating here. We have to like pitch away the King Shark, which is not great. I think we're just like pitching the cheating here, unfortunately. I think the disruption matters more. Let's go ahead and just double bottom, try to dig a little bit deeper towards like our Three Oaks. Don't think I want to like keep those two cards in particular for any reason. But the red pin should prevent them from comboing off, which is good. So this shouldn't be too bad. All right, Comet Collision. Meteoric, that seems good. Sorry, I was like looking at a message on Discord. Okay. Get King Shark. So it looks like they're doing like a little bit more of like a combo-y fair version of Acilio. It seems like they are running like some number of non-attacks though, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. They put Entwine Lightning in the graveyard, sure. Yeah, it's like I feel like they have like I feel like there's like a flavor level to Acilio. Like you know when you like go to like a I guess what is it like wing restaurants typically do this where they like say like, oh, do you want like the like baby wings where like you're a baby if you eat them, or do you want like the super hot ruin your weekend wings? And it feels like
I'm sorry, I missed something. What is going on?
So I'm trying to compare like chicken wings to Acilio in the sense that on one end of the spectrum you have combo, on the other end of the spectrum you have like the arcane Acilio, and the Acilios tend to be somewhere in the middle. That was the analogy I was trying to make. I don't know if it landed.
I thought you were just talking about wings for a bit, and I'm like, huh.
We might be at the point of the night where I'm like losing my sanity, but that was the analogy I was trying to go for. It feels like it's definitely like a little bit of a spectrum right now, like how combo-y versus arcane-y are you? Grats on Nats, haven't been around as we had New Zealand Nats last weekend. It was good fun. Oh, nice. New Zealand Nats sounds like a lot of fun. We should move to New Zealand. What do we want to banish here? Don't think it matters. Just do consign, I guess. Setting a decent chunk of change here. Alright. Hook into the shark. Yeah, I think I'm kind of sold on just like running both harpoons in this matchup. I guess it depends like what the highest level players are doing. Like if you're going to like Pro Tour or whatever, like what are the other players playing? I guess is like a bigger question. I feel like it's more popular to play that arcane variant of Acilio, but I feel like maybe more people are teching for it, so maybe it gets a bit worse. I know that like running, I think I have like an idea of what I think the best Acilio deck is. The New Zealand Marlin at Nats is cooking with CNCs. I've heard about this. Were they actually cooking or were they not cooking? I did hear that there was some Marlin and Nats with CNCs. Was it like actually a good CNC or was it like were they kind of bad? I have some suspicions that they might not be great. And then died because CNC versus Katsu led to death. That sounds about right. Why are we playing CNC's Nikatsu? It's like that. Is that the matchup where you want CNCs? I don't think it is. Interesting. Ooh, left part relay, okay. So you have to like bounce, sigil, do the thing. Oh, we can like prevent that though. Or no, sorry, this isn't even surging. So this is fine. Oh no, it is surging. Shit, hold on. I was dealing X plus 1 damage, sorry. I need to quiver this. Okay, so we will quiver. Cooking some burnt toast, perhaps. Okay, so now they don't get to bounce their Sigil of Brilliance. Or I guess they don't get to, like, put it on the bottom, which I guess is, like, fine. Maybe I did actually want them to bounce it. I guess it's, like, the same. Maybe it wasn't the most optimal quiver usage. Okay. I think we're gonna try to go for the Kraken here. Hands tonight have just been lining up super easily. For the most part. I think there were a couple awkward hands we had. Yeah, cooking some burnt toast. I'm kind of curious, do we have the New Zealand Marlin Nats list? I kind of want to like look at it. Does anyone like know the person or like have their list? I'm kind of just like curious to look at like what other people are doing. Also, have we won all of our games without Crown and Dominion tonight? That's kind of hilarious if that's the case. Did we lose it? Did we drop a game? I can't remember. I think it was also on Blue Drill Shot. I miss Blue Drill Shot. Remember back in the day when we were running Blue Drill Shot, Ben? Those are the good old days when the deck was like actually terrible. I think like Blue Drill Shot's not the most egregious card you can run in Marlin. I don't know. Could be worse. Like there's like some theory that maybe Blue Drill Shot is like okay. I don't know. It's not super compelling. Hey, that's when I put points on her. I forget what my Marlin list was like when I put points on her. I forget. We're kind of just smoking the Cecilia though. This has not been a particularly close game. Although that being said, I think their build is like a little weird. Just block out a little bit here. Oh, we should have turned over. Wait, where there's? Oh yeah, sorry. Did we already turn over the sigil? Yeah, I'm misremembering. Oh, you have a nice gold pile here that we can kind of just crack to victory. All right, crack some gold. Dig a little bit deeper here. Now we get one more. King Kraken seems like good enough here. I remember when Marlin ran Lone Shark. Yeah, who remembers when Marlin ran Lone Shark? Or Riches. Crazy times. Now we don't run any gold generation, we're just goldless. I actually I think I toyed around with the idea of running Lone Shark again recently. I forget like what it was, but I think I was like toying around with running it into like Warrior or something. It wasn't super compelling. I think I dropped it after like 5 games. I think it's not quite like Lone Shark's time. Okay. We can maybe do some stuff here and combo off, but kind of doubtful. Alright, High Voltage, Blast to Oblivion. Oh, they could kill us with this hand. It's possible. They do Blast to Oblivion for 1 million. Have a Gone in the Flash or something? I don't know. Maybe that hand actually doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, that's what it was. I was testing it to enable Settle the Bill. That also was not very good. Alright, let's take some damage. Alright, what you got, opponent? Blink? Sure. So they have another Blast, which I guess they can play, but is this doing anything? Don't think we need a block here. I don't know exactly like what I'm scared of. Watching your deck tech made me realize they reprinted New Horizons and High Seas probably because they assume people will run that with Marlin, right? I think that's
They
probably
printed
true.
in Super Slam though.
Or yeah, I think they printed in Super Slam. But yeah, I think that was the assumption is that maybe Marlin runs New Horizons and then they like reprint it. I don't really know exactly what the vision was. Who knows? It's always hard to tell like what exactly the devs are thinking at any given moment. Getting a little bit greedy here, but I don't think we get punished. Should be able to just GG him here. I'm picking up settles because they're like $1, but I still don't want to play them. I actually had people at my pre-release like just give me settle the bills, which is kind of hilarious. This is when I was like kind of down on the card, and like I think the card is like better than it looks on paper. Like it's a lot better than I like initially thought. But I don't know. It's kind of just like it's just weird right now. I think it's just like not a super aggro meta that we're in. Kind of fun game. Like once we started going online, we were just like 14-15, 14-15. Not too bad. I've given my set. I got my set of Red Lures at a pre-release. I was trying to get Red Lures at pre-release because that was the more expensive one, but people didn't pull them. Okay, we can maybe do like one quick game. Let's try to get one more quick one. One more quick one for the road. Okay, we can do a Puffin. Alright, they're gonna go first. This matchup's a bit of a weird one. I think I had this like very weird Puffin sideboard that I don't know if it makes a ton of sense, but I think we're just gonna do New Horizons. Or sorry, we're gonna do like I think I had like New Horizons going first, Honeycomb going second with the ideal to be going New Horizons. I don't know. You could still like argue that maybe New Horizons correct, but like maybe not without the return fires. This should still probably be fine. Alright, looks like a little bit more aggressive Puffin. Sure. Alright, let's see what they got going on over here. At least the nice part is they don't have Crown of Province, which is maybe a good sign for us. Okay, 2 cogs, turn 1, pretty good. Actually, if they Palantir us, could we just like give them the Honing Hood and then like use Honing Hood in response? I think that works, right? They want to try to like blow it up. Ooh, playing it cheating. I guess they can like discard to it, sure. Interesting. So we probably want to arsenal the Shallow Water here, block 9. They can't pump over this, and then we just Honing Hood. Seems decent. Actually, like, don't want to turn over their cheating Scoundrel because we might be able to like banish it with a Red Lure in a later point in the game. Alright, but imagine they are going to discard here, which oh, they're not discarding? What? That's crazy. Alright, opponent is smoking the Polycrink over here. That was very greedy. Let's Hammer could actually let us draw a buff here. Like that. I think we actually will crack our 1 gold here just to get an extra +3. I think that seems worth. And then what kind of Puffin do we think this is? So they are Pirate Puffin, which I think like most Puffins are. Question is like how many Diriaks are they running? So you do have to be like a little cautious to not just throw away our hook. I think I'm not gonna pop it until we see more of their deck. Maybe it's still worth it because they'd have to give us like Clogworks plus. They could still block this somehow, especially if they're on like Sunken Treasures, like some other block card. I feel like it could get pretty easy. Gotta be a little bit careful in this matchup, not to just throw away hook. Like I've definitely gotten got by Puffin before by just like hooking on 12 and it wasn't good enough. Like, see, like this is like kind of the hand that they would block, right? I guess they're like giving up Tunic though. That's bizarre. Glad I didn't get greedy, because this almost for sure means that they have like D-React and they want to stuff this. Yeah, sure. This is like still a good trade for us. We're getting Tunic, Sink Below. Like, too bad. So we know they're on D-Reacts, which is good info as well. I don't think this is bad for us. I almost wonder if it was like worth it to give up the Tunic there. Feels like it wasn't. Maybe their hand's good though. We don't know. Alright, coming in 0-4, that's okay. But now we should basically have like full tempo for most of the game. Kind of do actually want to block this as much as it sucks. Like, are we giving them our Tunic? I guess no, we're not doing that, right? Because they can gun anyways. I guess they do get to draw a card here. Because they do get to like crank and maybe like play out Polycranka or whatever. I think we just accept the card draw though. Don't think there's any real reason to try to block this. Like, we'd have to like give them our Tunic, which is like not good. And they might not even want to use Poly here. Maybe they do. Okay, they do not. Okay, this seems fine. We do have to be a little bit concerned about the Sky Warden because they're gonna make a bajillion gold. I actually wonder if maybe just like blocking out last turn would have been good. It's possible. We've not found a King Shark yet, but I guess like we still want Arsenal Codex, so we do this into 3 Oak into Kraken for 13. I think we will start hooking this now. Oh, I think we'd rather play King Shark now. Seems a little bit better. Let's go ahead and hook this, mainly because if they do Skyward, I want to take them off a little bit of gold. But this should be a pretty disruptive turn, I feel like. Like, definitely very comforting that they've given us all their armor so early. Alright, no Skywarden is also really big for us. Because that's like the one card that like absolutely ruins us on the spot. Alright, there's Skywarden, there's the Jolly Bludger. Let's go ahead and just take the Jolly Bludger. Because they probably want to like just Arsenal that. Alright, so unfortunately I didn't draw the Skywarden quite in time there. Alright, but from now we should basically just be rolling over them. Alright, coming up for 2, seems good. This matchup can definitely be like a little bit tough if you're playing against like a good Puffin player who just like draws the right things at the right time. It's definitely a little bit of like a skill testing matchup, I feel like. Ooh, Trophy Shot was a nasty draw. Okay, I guess we're gonna just try some like, what is this, 19? That's what they pay me the big bucks for. And by big bucks, I mean $250 at US Nationals for making 39th place. Okay. The big bucks, as they say. Alright, 19, not too shabby. I guess they like IP'd with the Skywarden. That's kind of weird. I guess it like maybe makes sense. What are they getting back? They're getting a Jolly Bludger back, which is fine. I don't think they're gonna live long enough to play the Jolly Bludger, is my guess. Plus, we just have like our fridge still, so like it's gonna be like kind of hard for them to punch through like a full Jolly Bludger. Like they may still like one of our gold, but not like all of it. 19 damage King Shark. Not too bad. I still need to figure out like what the biggest harpoon I think I've ever sent is. I feel like it was like 24, but I could be wrong. I think I need to like figure out how to set the record for biggest harpoon. Alright, seems like they have like a block card here. Need like a sunken or something. Alright, sunken, golden skyward, sure. Still get to probably ruin their turn here. And we get to just steal that gold back. Or steal one of the gold back at least. Oh, wait, did they just like sack the gold to skyward? It's kind of funny. Sure. I suppose that is a valid play. Okay, break the turn, get a pre-med, get 5 gold. I don't think we can lose this game. But anything is possible. And we get to take care of the Jolly Bludger. Seems good. Huh. Part of me almost like doesn't want to crack gold on this hand. Just because we have like kind of the perfect hand already. Like if I were to crack like 3 gold there, I feel like the returns are like +3, which is maybe not great. I feel like we can do better. Just sending 12 with like we get to basically like convert our entire hand there. I don't know. I feel like sitting on the gold is like also pretty reasonable. This makes it like very hard to lose because I think this is still like a winning play, and then I don't know. There's maybe like some series of cards we can draw where it's like we'd rather have the gold later on, especially with the shifting cuts. I feel like. We'll see how this works. Alright, 12, yeah. Let's grab that Jolly Bludger back. Alright, 7 gold, Arsenal, and a Shifting Tides. Very good. Opponent also has like no cog generation, which is really good. So like they have to like kind of work for it. Just been snowballing like super hard, it feels like. Okay, they get a little bit of cog generation back, sure. I feel like that one turn they definitely could have like polyed and gotten some value and it would have been mildly annoying. But for now it looks like the poly's not gonna end up really doing much here. Okay, sure. Got a Spitfire. Sounds good. Alright, let's see how big we can actually make this arrow, because we do have 7 gold. Maybe I was setting myself up for the world record biggest harpoon. Okay, that's a good start. Let's do cheating, and let's draw like half our deck. Or no, we're drawing a quarter of our deck. Still good though. Alright, nothing but buffs. Alright, doing pretty good. Doing good on the buff front. Kraken is a good draw. Alright, we still have a bunch more looks here. So we just need a couple more buffs. Let's get greedy. Alright. We can do it. One more buff. Now we're at the point where... Actually, I probably should have lived there. Whatever. Alright, we've cracked the full gold pile. It's still only setting in for 20, though. Kind of a little sad. Unlucky. Not even a good draw, really. Just 20 harpoon. Very sad. It's kind of sad that like 7 gold doesn't convert into more damage, but I guess 20 is like good enough. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. All right, Geared Turner, Cheating Scoundrel, Backspin Thrust. Sure. Yeah, I think they're just like kind of on the more mid-range puffin, which kind of makes sense. All right, that was a pretty good one to end it on. Some pretty big harpoons that game, actually. Let me look back. what are we sending? 12, 13, 19, 12, 20. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Well, thank you all for stopping by. I hope you all enjoyed. So we're still working on Marlin deck for Vegas. So be on the lookout for more Marlin stuff. We're still going to be doing like I try to at least do like 1 or 2 Marlin videos a week is kind of like my idea. But basically just kind of like trying to tinker with the deck a little bit. I think you still do want Crown of Dominion for what it's worth. Like we did win all of our games today, right? I don't think we dropped a game. Yeah, I think we literally won all of our games today, so that's pretty good. But I think you still probably do want Crown of Dominion for a little bit more of the aggro matchups. So trying to figure out like what sideboard space I need. I think there's like some reasonable merit to just like cutting down on pilfers if we expect Gravy's not going to be as real. But we'll kind of have to see. I kind of expect like a meta that's like Gravy, Acilio, Marionette, and then a bunch of like the other like aggro decks kind of getting a bit more percentage. That's kind of like my vision for Las Vegas Nats, and then Master Deck Warrior might change up some things. But anyways, thank y'all again for watching the stream. Fun hanging out with y'all, and don't bully each other in the chat. But I will see you all in Vegas pretty soon, and then we'll also be doing some other fun stuff this week. So with that, I'm gonna go take a break, and I will see you all later.